All right, well, here's the deal. Last year I wasn't competing, and it tore his nerves up, so he didn't do that well last year. We kind of come as a package deal. So and we don't really like each other on the racetrack because he wants to beat and I want to beat and all that. But the fans sure do love it. So all I can say is we're going to let it all hang out because he wants to win and I want to win, and we ain't splitting up and down the middle.
That's exactly right. You know, the cool thing about it though is I don't even know if we'd need a stadium or we'd need people to come. Just put me and him in a field and it'd just be against me and him. Sometimes I think we're just only out to outdo the other one, or just I'm only here to make sure he doesn't win.
That's right. And I tell you what he does is he keeps me going and my crew guys, because honestly, if it wasn't for Tom, I probably wouldn't have to run near as hard and tear up near as much stuff. But he's brought my career to another level, so I'm going to thank you, Tom.
That's going to make you feel good, huh?
I tell you what, I've just been hanging around out here. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do if he ever leaves. I'm sure he'll outlast me because he's gone a long time, but it sure would be a relief off my shoulder when you hang up your hat.
Hey, the day's coming, but it won't be this day, I can tell you that.
What would you do if he said out of nowhere, I'm done?
Go ahead.
He'd have to
show the love for me. You're going to pull a tear. I know
he would have. Honestly, I would cry first and foremost. Last year, it just didn't seem the same without him, you know. But he would have to come to every show and critique my movements out there and my racing and say, God, if I'd been here, I'd kicked your ass, you know.
That's right. You better be glad.
That's what I told everybody that won last year. I said, hey, you might have won last year, but you know, you just think you better be glad I won here. You better be glad I had that pen in my hand, is what I was telling him.
And he knows this to be true. Like when he goes to a big dome show or a big stadium show and he's out there doing a good job and he wins, and if I'm out there, he knows deep in his heart that that doesn't mean he won. And I feel the same way. Like I'll go somewhere and I'll be, you know, at the Silver Dome and he won't be there, and I'm like, yeah, I won. But then when I leave, I'm like, he wasn't there.
That's right. And he's telling it like it really is. And we haven't rehearsed this. That's his feelings, and that's honestly how I feel too. It's like when you go out and you beat everybody else, and I ain't taking nothing from nobody else, because all those guys will spank my butt at any time.
That's true. But at the same time, we've been going back and forth for a long time.
Yeah, we have. And when you win a plaque with both of us in the arena, you have earned it, Buddy Rowe, when
That's
both of us are there. A lot of times it's given, I feel like, when I get it before, and the adrenaline just isn't there without Tom.
That's interesting. That's a good way.
I'm serious.
That's a good way of putting it. So you're both here. So
it's going to be awesome. You know,
that's right.
He'll bring me to another level.
Well, I hope I do, Tom. You know, and it'll be the day that'll come just before I back out. I'm going to honestly see if Tom will pay me to lay down. And if he does, I'll do it on my...
pay you now.
No, I can't do it this year. Next year I might be financially upside down, so I might be able to talk.
You guys, it seems like right now is the fun part. Everyone's loose, just hanging out.
It is. We're trying to relax and keep cool, and there's pressure. We got deep down inside internal pressure going on right now, and it's like, and tomorrow night the heat is really on, and a lot of times I'm nervous, got pressure going on, but when we stomp the pedal and you're gone, there ain't no need to worry about it, Jack, because you got to do all you can do. So that's, you know, it's all over with then. But just thinking about it, we got internal fires going.
I think it has a lot more to do. I get a little nervous sometimes, but once that motor fires up and I rack it once and it sounds good, I'm all right, you know, and it's like, yeah.
That's it. And here's another thing, too. Like, if I go out racing, if I can honestly do good, like the first round, I got that confidence going on. And if I go out there and I booger up and squirrel all over the track, oh, man, I'm beating myself up so bad inside. I'm my biggest enemy as far as that goes.
How close would you say you watch each other during competition?
During the competition, we ain't got eyes on each other. We do right at the finish line. It'd be like a little whip look over maybe, but I'm going to say, as far as my behalf, I don't really, because a lot of times when I try to watch somebody, and especially if they get a little ahead of you, you're going to drive too hard into the turn. If you can just not look over there and just drive as fast as you possibly can, you can drive a better race.
Well, what I mean more is like how often, like, let's say he's going against someone and you're going, do you guys check each other out?
I watch him all the time.
That's what I mean.
I watch him all the time, and I watch the time. I want to see what his time is. And my goal is to whip his time every time I go out there. I don't care if we got Joe Mo running, it ain't running, it takes him 25 seconds. If Tom turns 16.95, I'm going to turn 16.92, just as long as I can stay a couple little notches ahead of him.
And even like freestyle, you know, when you get out there and freestyle, I get out there sometimes, I'll be out there on if he's after me, sometimes I'm after him, but if he's after me, I'll be like, take this, take that. Can you do this?
And it's hard because a lot of times I have to lay there and watch him go. Sometimes, and I have moved up and gone, and I'd run before him, and honestly, I feel a little better when I run until he beats me. When he beats me, I go, oh, I wish I'd have gone on and drove it higher in the sky and farther in the ground and all that stuff, you know. But hey, it's like I say, man, it boils right down to it. When both of us are in the arena and we ain't beating both of our chests, it's a show.
And like you said, when somebody else can walk away, that's really cool for them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it is. It's cool because, you know, it's like, you know, my goal was to get to the top of the hill, and I've been to the top of that hill, and I've been on top. But I don't stay there long. Tom's been on top of that peak a lot more than I have. And you get there, Buddy Rowe, it's hard getting up there, but when you get there, it's harder to stay.
It's hard to carry that, you know. I mean, not taking away anything from anybody from last year.
Right.
I know, and talking to them earlier, they felt the pressure this year. You know,
I
and
know
they know what it's all about.
I don't have, that's one piece of the pressure I don't have. I've got the pressure trying to win. I have never won the World Finals, the racing and the freestyle, and that's what I want to do is wrap the whole thing, hit the jackpot is what I want to do. So I don't have that pressure, you know. I'm not the world champion or whatever. I've just been here a long time.